Launch director, go for launch.
And with that good go for launch call, we have now just a little more than half a minute away to go from the liftoff of this Falcon 9 rocket. 30 seconds. "15 seconds. And here we go. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Engine ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket and the first MRV, 3 MEPs on board as well. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. One minute into flight, the Falcon 9 rocket traveling faster than the speed of sound and approaching max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
Max Q.
Good call there for max Q. Now through that point, engines are throttling back up and the vehicle is approaching MVAC chill, the thermal conditioning of the Merlin vacuum engine on the rocket's upper stage. Now, about 2 minutes into flight, SpaceX has a few events in quick succession. We'll see first stage main engine cutoff, or MECO, at about T plus 2 minutes and 37 seconds. That'll be followed by stage separation, and then the ignition of the Merlin vacuum engine. The payload fairing halves will separate about 3.5 minutes into flight. T plus 2:25. About 10 seconds to MECO.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed.
There we had confirmation of main engine cutoff and stage separation. Great views.
MVAC ignition.
Of both of those, and of course MVAC ignition on board our second stage as well. Now coming up next is fairing separation. More great views of that MVAC engine burning up in space as we take our payloads to orbit today.
Fairing sep coming in about 5-ish seconds. Again, there's no views of the booster because SpaceX is not intending to recover it today.
Fairing separation confirmed.
There we have a great visual of fairing separation and of course our announcement from Mission Control. So those two fairing halves are now making their way back to Earth to hopefully be recovered again. And coming up next is SECO-1, the first shutdown of the Merlin vacuum engine on board our second stage, which is expected at about T plus 8 minutes, followed by SES-2, when the Merlin vacuum engine on that second stage is going to relight. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you back here just before SECO.
Staying with views of the Merlin vacuum engine as this first burn continues on, now 4 minutes 25 seconds into flight so far. Again, the milestones that we would be tracking during a typical reusable Falcon 9 rocket launch not in play here, since there is no entry burn, no landing burn, and so we are watching this current burn, which SpaceX reports is still on a nominal trajectory. First stage flight termination booster, or flight termination system on the booster, has been safed as well. Time now T plus 6 minutes 35 seconds and counting. Again, we are watching the first of the upper stage engine burns currently in progress. This burn will continue on until just about 8 minutes into flight, so just a little more than a minute from where we are right now, about 2 minutes actually. While we are waiting for the conclusion of this burn, I want to give you another look at the primary payload on board, the upper stage is entered into terminal guidance, which means the burn is just about to end. This is, again, some B-roll from Northrop Grumman, giving you a sense of the scale and proportions of the spacecraft. We're actually about to reach SECO 1, so let's go ahead and pop back over here and listen for that call.
We are now standing by for SECO 2 of our MVAC engine. I'm sorry, SECO 1.
MVAC shutdown.
There we have confirmation that MVAC has shut down for the first time on today's mission.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And confirmation from Mission Control that we are in a good orbit. The next milestone we're waiting for is second engine start 2, when our MVAC engine on board the second stage will relight. That's set to occur at T plus 28 minutes and 52 seconds. So we're going to take another break here to stretch our legs and leave you with some more great views.
Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and stick around with you all as we continue to track the coasting of the Falcon 9 upper stage. We are currently getting our launch replays ready for you as we continue to track the coast phase of the Falcon 9 rocket. A really nice view of the Earth below and the satellite on board. the spacecraft, I should say. Just about 9.5 minutes post liftoff. And again, this coast phase will last until, as you just heard, about 28 minutes, 52 seconds time, when there will be another burn of the upper stage engine, lasting about a little more than a minute in duration, and put the upper stage on the right trajectory to begin the deployment sequence for the 4 spacecraft on board. It does sound like SpaceX may be cutting live views from the upper stage prior to the deployment of the spacecraft, but we'll, of course, hang with these live views with you until such a time as they are unavailable. You can see the upper stage when they hit that trajectory map, currently cruising across the Atlantic Ocean as this rocket is heading off, launched on a geosynchronous transfer orbit mission pathway. Looks like we've got that back here. Coming up to the second burn here, which again will last about a minute or so. Let's go ahead and listen in as SpaceX prepares for this burn.
The nation's first multi-mission robotic servicer in space. It's capable of repairing, relocating, inspecting, upgrading, and servicing other satellites with 2 robotic arms, which were provided by DARPA and built by the U.S. Naval Research Lab. 22,000 miles above the Earth in geosynchronous orbit, MRV will use those robotic arms to attach mission extension pods, or MEPs for short, which are basically mini jetpacks designed to extend the life of satellites running low on fuel, helping them to maneuver and extend their service life by up to 8 years. MRV-MEP will carry out operational missions for national security, civil, and commercial space customers. We're standing by with just about 15 seconds until SES-2. Once MVAC relights, we are expecting this burn to last just over 1 minute. You can see on your screen we have had successful SES-2 for our MVAC engine. You can always follow along with how our stages are doing with your telemetry in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And you can also see the G-force currently being experienced by stage 2 in that G-force counter on the right-hand side. Just about 10 seconds left in this burn.
Nominal orbit insertion 2.
There's mission control announcing that we have a good orbit, and with that, the Northrop MRV-MEP is well on its way to orbit. Now, as a reminder, we won't be showing any deployment views today at the request of our customer. So that will bring us to the end of our live mission coverage.